Hi, my name is Abdullah Rasul and I am an ethnic Uyghur. Now, I am currently living in Turkey. And I have messaged to Mr. President Donald Trump, to the United Nations, to the member of the US Congress, to the European Union, and all other international organizations. As you know, the Chinese authorities have continued to implement its brutal crackdown on Uyghurs, and far more than 3 million of Uyghur Muslims being detained in the re-education camps under the cover of the fake terrorism operation with the ridiculous reasons, such as having a WhatsApp, owning a tent, telling others not to swear, telling others not to sin, speaking with someone about owning extra food, owning a campus, abstaining from alcohol and cigarettes, and those millions, including my family members, relatives, neighbors, and my friends. My father, Rasul, as 69 years old, was killed with poison after local government's drinking tea invitations on the way going back to the home, end of this February 2018. And I got the news after 3 months later because of the lost connection with entire family more than 1 year. He was a long time worked as a demarc in our village. He was very popular there, and he was very scrupulous and a kind person. He helped a lot of people in our valley, and he cannot stand by any kind of injustice, so they murdered him. My mother, Resida Hashim, 65 years old, in 2016 she came to Turkey to see me, and if there is any chance also she wants to go to the Mecca for Hajj, but she didn't after all. After my mom back to our home, and also 2017, she sent to the re-education camps while her eyes are very ill and with high blood pressure. My elder brother Farhad Rasul also sent to the re-education camps with his wife Kalbunur on March 2017. And I don't know where their 3 children named Elnor, Belasis, and Zubayr. My elder sister Khalida Rasul with her husband Ablekin sent to the re-education camps end of 2017, and I don't know where their one little girl named Ilminur. We lost connection with my mother-in-law Parizat Abdigul and her entire family members from beginning of 2016. They also sent to the re-education camps, such as her daughter Rayhan Ablimit. But her husband Mamtimin sent to the prison for 15 years. And we don't know their children named Muhammad and Sumaya, and another daughter named Ruqya Ablimit, and her husband Jamal Baudun with their children named Yusuf and Abdurrahman. My mother-in-law's sister Mihrigul Abdigul and her daughter Khalinur also sent to the re-education camps, but her son-in-law sent to the prison for 10 years. We don't know where their Khalinur's daughter now. My friend Jamaldin's father Baudun and his mother Rayhan, his elder and younger sisters, and his brother Ablimit Baudun with his wife all sent to the re-education camps. From my relatives from re-education camps as following. My aunt Hakimhan Upur, she is 74 years old. My cousin Ayshemgul Upur, her husband Ahmed Ablimit, and their daughter Shiringul Ahmed, and their son Jurat Ahmed. My cousin Mayra Upur and her husband Abdurrahman, and we don't know where are their 3 sons now. My cousin Saniagul Upur and her husband, and we don't know where are their 2 sons now. My cousin Zulfiya Shamshi and her husband Qurban Hashim, and we don't know where their 2 sons now. My cousin Rizwangul Hashim and her husband Tidai, and we don't know where are their 5 daughters now. My cousin Zalajgul Hashim and her husband, and we don't know where are their 2 sons now. My cousin Abid Hashim and his wife Shahadat Sami, and their son Adiljan and second son Aqil. My cousin Alam Hashim and his wife Nusrat Shamshi, and their elder daughter, and we don't know where are their daughter now. My cousin Mayra Hashim and her husband, and we don't know where are their 2 boys now. My aunt Risalat Shamshi, she is 70 years old, and her husband Shams Khayyum, and he is 73 years old, and their daughter Guljannat with her husband, and their elder son who is 45 years old, and the younger son with his wife. My uncle Upur Aziz, he is 60 years old. my uncle Jalaluddin and his wife and his son, my cousin Patigul Yasin and her husband, and we don't know where are their two children now. Patigul Yasin's brother-in-law and her brother-in-law's wife and their two children, my aunt Halimhan Rashid. From our neighbors, Mahira Shamshidin and his wife, Ablikin Kiran and his wife, Ilham Anaytul and his sister Amingil Anaytul and her Amingil's husband Ekber, Shaydullah Saipul. From my father's friends who came to Turkey and sent to the re-education camps are Abliz Ablak, 66 years old, and his wife Dilara Ablak, 63 years old, and their son Azhar Abliz, Semi Habibul, Sharabat Yaqub, Mantimin Hashim, Mais Khan Bari, Rehan Gül Halik, Asiye Khan Ablimit, Zeynep Khan Halik, and her son Tursun, and her daughter Hasiyat Gül, and her elder daughter. From my friends which running different trading companies who sent to the re-education camps. From Turpan City, Adil Abdurrahim. From Gulja City, Roz Muhammad Mehmet. From Gulja City, Nur Muhammad Qurban and his wife with two daughters. From Gulja City, Yadikar and his wife with one son. From Kashgar City, Abdurrahman Ablikin sent to the prison for 10 years, and we don't know where his wife and his son. From Asu City, Abdusamet and his wife and two children. From Kumul City, Abdusamet Tilak and his wife and other three boys. Chinese governments have took all of us as family members as a hostage to keep us silent. By breaking the silence, I am endangering the life of my family members. So I ask United States governments, United Nations, and all other foreign governments to take immediate action to stop this brutal attempted ethnic cleansing action by Chinese authorities. Please keep your eyes on my family members because Chinese government is notorious for their taking a revenge on the figures who spoke out. Thank you so much. While Uyghurs facing the tremendous difficulties, especially the Islamic world and the Turkic nations are kept so silent, Chinese political and ethnic power should not be the reason for any governments and any authorities to remain definite silent in the wake of injustice against its own brothers and sisters. When the world denounced the persecution of the Muslims in the Palestine and the Rohingya, where is a statement to the condemning the treatment of the Uyghur Muslims in China? Here I want to say to the Chinese government and to their fans, if you cannot treat us just like one of your citizens, then don't try to ask us to act like one.